Fonzworth Bentley, Diddy's former assistant, has resurfaced with some explosive revelations about Diddy's infamous parties, and it looks like some of our favorite artists might not be as squeaky clean as we thought. While the feds are already closing in on Diddy, Fonzworth claims that Diddy's celebrity friends might also be caught up in this web of scandals. Fonzworth, who was once a prominent figure in Diddy's circle, is more than willing to testify to what he saw over the years. For a long time, people have been wondering what happened to Fonzworth and why he seemed to vanish from the public eye. But with the jaw-dropping stories he's spilling now, it's becoming clear why he decided to go off the radar. He's got some serious tea to spill. For years, we've heard rumors about Diddy's wild parties, but Fonzworth is here to tell us that those parties were even crazier than we could have ever imagined. According to him, his eyes witnessed a level of madness that goes way beyond anything we've ever heard. Now, he's ready to serve up details about Diddy that are so spicy, it might make you look at some of your favorite celebrities differently. In fact, this entire Diddy saga is like something out of a soap opera. Each month brings a new plot twist, and every twist is wilder than the last. While whispers about Diddy's wild parties have been circulating for years, no one had ever come forward with solid details, at least not until Cassie did. But now, Fonzworth Bentley is ready to blow the lid off everything. He's dropped bombshells about what he witnessed during his time working for Diddy. And honey, the revelations are insane. To start, Fonzworth revealed that his relationship with Diddy went way beyond being just an assistant. Despite Diddy's claims that Fonzworth was simply running errands, Fonzworth set the record straight, explaining that he was also Diddy's stylist and even served as a kind of lifestyle coach, teaching him how to present himself as a gentleman. Oh, and here's the real kicker. Fonzworth hinted at something even deeper, claiming that Diddy's interest in him wasn't purely professional, if you catch my drift. This revelation is stirring up even more speculation about Diddy's relationships with the young men around him. After all, it's not just Fonzworth who's spoken out. Lil Rod also had some things to say, and the rumors surrounding Usher and Diddy? That's an entirely different scandal waiting to explode. But let's stick to Fonzworth's story for now, because the tea he's spilling is hot. Fonzworth Bentley first burst onto the scene in the early 2000s when he was frequently seen at Diddy's side, serving as his assistant. And let me tell you, people were obsessed with him. Fonzworth had an impeccable sense of style, and his dapper looks had everyone swooning. But it turns out Diddy didn't hire him just to run errands and grab coffee. Fonzworth was brought on as a wardrobe stylist and personal assistant because Diddy was in desperate need of a rebrand. At the time, Diddy's image was in serious trouble. He had just been acquitted of charges stemming from that infamous nightclub incident involving his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and his artist Shine. While Shine ended up serving a 10-year sentence for his role in the incident, Diddy managed to avoid prison. However, the media wasn't so forgiving, and his reputation took a massive hit. People were dragging him left and right, and his public image was a mess. That's when Fonzworth Bentley stepped in. He helped Diddy get his style together, transforming him from someone who was constantly embroiled in scandal to a dapper gentleman with a more polished look. This change wasn't just about fashion, it was about damage control. With Fonzworth's help, Diddy's image slowly started to improve, and eventually, people stopped talking about why Diddy needed a rebrand in the first place. Around the same time, Diddy decided to change his name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy, which was another part of his effort to distance himself from his messy past. Even today, some of Diddy's enemies, like 50 Cent, use his old name Puffy to poke fun at him whenever they want to push his buttons. But back to Fonzworth, he wasn't just along for the ride. He saw his time with Diddy as a huge opportunity and made sure to pay attention to how Diddy operated behind the scenes. Fonzworth learned a lot about business and used those lessons to advance his own career. In fact, he was so close to Diddy and his crew that they even gave him the nickname Fonzworth Bentley. His real name is Derek Watkins, but the crew thought Fonzworth Bentley better suited his high-end, sophisticated vibe. Gene Deal, another member of Diddy's team, once explained how the nickname came about, and according to him, it was meant to reflect Fonzworth's luxurious, gentlemanly persona. For years, Fonzworth stayed quiet about the things he saw while working for Diddy, but now he's speaking out. And from the sound of it, what he's revealed so far is just the tip of the iceberg. Given the intensity of the allegations being made and the way the feds are now reportedly involved, it looks like this saga is far from over. Every day, it seems like there's a new development, a new twist in the story that makes things even messier than they already are. One thing's for sure, Diddy's parties weren't just the fun, glamorous events we thought they were. Behind the velvet ropes, it sounds like there was a whole lot more going on. And now, Fonzworth Bentley is ready to pull back the curtain on all of it. This might just be the beginning of one of the biggest scandals in recent memory. And the fact that Fonzworth is willing to testify could be the game changer. What he knows could have major implications, not just for Diddy, but for a whole roster of celebrities who might be tangled up in this web of drama.
So Tony De Niro was like, yo, we gotta think of a name for you, man. And if you're gonna be his personal assistant and slash butler slash umbrella carrier, whatever you gonna do, you understand? We gotta think of a name for you. We're gonna try to make you like Bentley or either Fonsworth or either Bentley. You gotta be, you gotta have that kind of persona. You gotta dress all the time, be neat and the whole 9 yards. And then the dude, Derek, was playing with him like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know how to do that. I could be over the top. He was acting like that. You know what I'm saying? I could be over the top. So he was saying that. And the dude, Tony De Niro, said, we gotta figure out a name for you, man. It's gotta be on the level of, those characters. He said, you gotta be like Fonsworth, you gotta be like Bentley. He said, we're just gonna call you Fonsworth Bentley.
Now, let's not forget that Diddy isn't exactly known for elevating the careers of the people in his circle. The man held on to his artist masters for years and only returned them when he desperately needed to fix his public image. Even his sons, King Combs and Justin, haven't managed to carve out solid rap careers despite their dad being one of the biggest producers in the game. Diddy has always been about Diddy, and that much is clear. Yet, somehow, Fonzworth Bentley was the exception to that rule. Once Fonzworth got linked with Diddy, it was like he had a VIP pass to the music industry. He landed features on major rap albums, including Da Band's Too Hot for TV in 2002. He even showed up on Outkast's 2003 skit Good Day, Good Sir from the Speaker Box, the Love Below album. And that was just the beginning. Fonzworth was making power moves left and right, even scoring a cameo in Kanye West's video for the new workout plan. From there, his career just kept gaining momentum. He co-wrote multiple tracks on Kanye's Yeezus album, including certified gold hits like On Sight, Black Skinhead, I Am a God, and Hold My Liquor. And who could forget his involvement in President Obama's iconic 2008 Yes We Can campaign? Fonzworth was on a roll, and it seemed like nothing could stop him. But just as his career was really taking off, Fonzworth suddenly disappeared from the industry. He moved to Atlanta, got married, and settled into a quiet life far away from Hollywood. Now, before you come for me, I get that some people prefer to live a private life rather than stay in the limelight. But something about Fonzworth's exit felt off. This is someone who chased his dreams for years, and just when he was finally making it big, he walked away. The math wasn't adding up. Well, Fonzworth has finally broken his silence and revealed the real reason he left. Allegedly, Diddy made him his personal property, and Fonzworth got tired of living that way. Now, I wish I could say I was shocked by this, but with all the wild stories we've been hearing about Diddy lately, this revelation just seems to fit right into the madness. According to Fonzworth, Diddy pretty much forced him into a situation where he had to be at his beck and call, just like he allegedly did with other young men who looked up to him. And that's not all. Fonzworth also claims to have witnessed a lot of questionable activities at Diddy's infamous parties. From what he's describing, These events were far from work appropriate, and let's just say there were things going on that nobody would want to be caught up in. What's even more interesting is that Jaguar Wright, who has never been shy about airing out industry secrets, also chimed in on this story.
So you think he was Diddy's?
Absolutely. He was too complicit and he was too compliant. And he just disappeared. He disappeared faster than Mace did.
Mace
When Mace ran from Diddy, you could see the trailer just fire from his footsteps as he ran.
That is
to
true.
The church. But I don't understand why people don't ask why. People, oh yeah, he gone. Oh, okay. Nobody bothered to ask why. Why doesn't anybody ever want to know why?
Jaguar Wright also claims that Fonsworth's marriage was his way of trying to heal from the trauma of being forced into being Diddy's property, especially after having to participate in the notorious freak-off.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Diddy and Fonsworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Master.
To put into perspective just how deep the feds are digging into Diddy's world, they managed to track down Fonzworth Bentley for his testimony, even though he hasn't worked for Diddy in a long time. Despite the time that's passed, Fonzworth still has all the receipts, and he was more than happy to spill the tea on Diddy's celebrity guests who attended those infamous parties. Unlike others who have spoken to the feds, Fonzworth isn't doing it to save himself. He's not a conspirator in this case, like some of the other people looking for plea deals. According to reports, Fonsworth simply wants Diddy and his celebrity friends to face justice for everything he allegedly endured while working for Diddy. Fans seem to be rallying behind Fonsworth on this one, with many saying things like, if Fonsworth Bentley gets on the stand, it's over for Diddy. Others have pointed out how Diddy seems to change his name whenever something bad surfaces. Now he's calling himself Brother Love, but this guy is one of the sickest people I've ever heard of. I can't believe he's not in prison, said one commenter, adding, I hope he ends up right next to R. Kelly. Another sicko. Looking back, some fans also found it strange that Diddy had an assistant everyone referred to as his man. Instead of calling him a personal assistant or a butler, people always used the term his man, which raised eyebrows. Now that these stories are coming out, it seems there was more to that title than anyone realized. But what do you think? Do you believe Fonsworth's side of the story? Or do you think he's spinning tales for clout? Let me know your thoughts and be sure to check out this next video.